Okay, now we've got fraction. We want to simplify that fraction. Now if you have something, if you're adding something on the numerator and adding or subtracting something on the denominator, see if you can factorize anything, okay? Factorizing is a good thing to use when you're trying to simplify fractions. So trying to see if you can factorize the top and the bottom individually. So 10x plus 20y, what's common there, guys? Well, x and y, they're different, but 10 and 20, isn't 10 common? So I can make that 10 go out of the bracket, and we just have x plus 2y left inside, because 20 divided by 10 is 2. That's how I factorize it. Remember, we've done a lot of factorizing in the previous section. And x plus 2y, there's nothing common, so we can't factorize that. And guys, now compare the numerator and denominator. Is there anything that we can cancel out? Is there anything common? See how x plus 2y is the same as x plus 2y? We can cancel that whole thing out. So the answer is just 10. Well, we can't factorize the denominator because it's just 5. But can you guys see if you can factorize the numerator for me? What's common with 10g and 50? Isn't 10 a common factor? So I'm going to take 10 out, so we just have g minus 5 left, because 50 divided by 10 is 5, right? So now, 10 and 5, can we cancel those at all? Well, 10, what's the common factor of 10 and 5? 5. So 5 divided by 5 is just 1, and 10 divided by 5 is 2. So we just have 2g minus 5 left. And don't worry about expanding that out, just leave it like that. Leave it in factorized form. Find how to factorize top and bottom individually. So look at the top, what's common? What's the common factor? 2, isn't 2 a common factor? So I'm going to factorize it by 2. So 8 divided by 2 is 4, so we just have 4k left here, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. So that's how I have that left inside the bracket. And 4k minus 3, there's no common factors, so I just leave it as it is. And you can see it immediately, 4k minus 3, 4k minus 3, they're exactly the same, cancel it out. So we just have 2 left over. 2 is the answer. So how simple is that? Okay, getting the idea, guys? So see how we utilize the factorization that we've done in the previous part? But see how the numerator, there's a and 1, there's nothing common, so we just leave it as a minus 1. We can't simplify any further, we can't factorize. But a squared and a, what's common? The pronumeral a is common. So I'm going to take a out. A squared divided by a is a, or we can think of it this way, a times a is a squared, so that's why we have a left inside here. And if I take a out, we'll just have 1 left. It's not 0, make sure you don't do that, it's 1, because a divided by a is 1. And cross, cross, they're the same, so we just have a left over, which is the answer. Okay, so cancel, cancel. Do some factorizing. See how on the top, what's the common factor, guys? X is the common factor. And I think it's the same for the denominator as well. See how 9x and x squared? X is the common factor, isn't it? So for both top and bottom, we can take out x, like this. So the top, if I take x out, that 3x squared will just become 3x, because one of the x's go out. And x, that becomes 1, okay? And here, if I take the x out, we'll just have 9, and x squared just becomes an x, because we take out one of the x's. And you can see that these are not common, but the x and the x, they're common, so we can cancel it out. So we just have 3x plus 1 over 9 minus x left, and we can't go any further.